From billionaire owners to eye-watering player contracts, something has changed. But how did we get here? How did football, a sport that once belonged to the people, become a financial playground for the rich and powerful? Today, we reveal how money destroyed football and the truth they don't want you to know. Football wasn't always about the money. In the early days, players earned modest wages, stadiums were simple, and it was a game for the working class. But everything started to change in the 1990s. And the game's first huge transformation? TV rights. Television companies quickly realized football wasn't just a sport, it was a goldmine. As millions of fans tuned in from around the world, broadcasters were willing to spend absurd amounts of money to air the biggest matches. And this marked the turning point. In 1992, the Premier League secured a game-changing deal with Sky Sports, injecting millions into English football. This was just the beginning. Other leagues soon followed, and football clubs began to see massive streams of revenue that forever changed the landscape of the game. But it wasn't just TV money. Superstar players became more than athletes, they were brands. David Beckham's move to Real Madrid in 2003? It wasn't just for his skills on the field, it was a commercial play. Clubs began using their financial muscle to build global empires, and that's when things really started to spiral. But the real shift came with billionaire owners. Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Manchester City, all of these clubs were bought out by billionaires or entire nations, and football became a competition of who had the deepest pockets. In 2003, Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich purchased Chelsea, and suddenly, Chelsea had a blank check to buy the best players in the world. They went from being a good team to a great team overnight. Then, in 2008, Manchester City followed suit, backed by the bottomless wealth of the Abu Dhabi royal family. And in 2011, Qatar Sports Investments took over Paris Saint-Germain, and they've since spent over €1 billion on players. Neymar's €222 million transfer to PSG in 2017 broke every record, and the football transfer market hasn't been the same since. These super clubs became unstoppable financial juggernauts, making it almost impossible for smaller clubs to compete. For clubs without billionaire backing, it's become an uphill battle. The gap between the elite and everyone else has never been wider. Football isn't a game of passion anymore, it's a game of wealth. Now let's look at the Champions League, the biggest prize in club football. It's supposed to be the pinnacle, where the best teams in Europe battle it out. But when was the last time a team without massive financial backing won it? Since the early 2000s, it's been the same teams: Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, Manchester City, dominating year after year. These clubs, with their bottomless budgets, have turned the Champions League into a competition between the financial elite. We get the occasional underdog story like Leicester City's miraculous Premier League win in 2016, but those are exceptions, not the rule. In today's game, the richest clubs buy the best players, the best managers, and inevitably, the trophies. But what about the people who made football great? The fans? Well, they're paying the price, literally. Ticket prices have soared, merchandise is outrageously expensive, and streaming subscriptions mean that fans now have to pay just to watch their team on TV. It's not just the players and clubs that have changed, football itself has become a product. What used to be a sport for the working class has become a luxury experience. The true fans, the ones who've supported their clubs through thick and thin, are being priced out. And the ultimate proof of this? The European Super League debacle. In 2021, the richest clubs in Europe tried to form their own closed league. Why? More money. The fans revolted, and the project collapsed, but the fact that it was even proposed shows how disconnected the owners are from the supporters. So, has money completely destroyed football? Not quite. There are still glimmers of hope. Grassroots football is thriving in some places, and fan-owned clubs like AFC Wimbledon show that the heart of the game hasn't completely disappeared. And let's not forget those magical moments like Leicester's Premier League triumph in 2016, where passion, hard work, and a little luck can still overcome the odds. But unless we make changes, those moments will only become rarer. If we, as fans, continue to support our local clubs, push for fairer financial regulations, and hold owners accountable, we can help bring football back to its roots. Football is for the fans, not the billionaires. Football still has the power to inspire, unite, and create unforgettable moments. But we, the fans, have to take a stand. The future of football is in our hands. Football is ours. It's the game we love, the game we've grown up with, and the game we can still protect. No matter how much money flows into the sport, we can keep its spirit alive by staying involved, supporting the underdogs, and demanding change. If you agree and want to join the fight to save the soul of football, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Together, we can keep the game beautiful. See you in the next video.